Stay until the end, because something deep and transformative is about to be unleashed in your life. You're not seeing this message by accident. It wasn't fate or a random coincidence. This moment was orchestrated from heaven, carefully prepared by God to speak directly to you right now. In the middle of your joy, your frustration, your hidden fears, and those private prayers only you know, He is here. Before we go on with what will change your spirit from within, let me sincerely thank you. Thank you for being part of this mission. Thank you for sharing these life-giving messages. Thank you for praying for this channel, for leaving comments filled with encouragement, for believing in the power of a word spoken in faith, for planting seeds even when you haven't seen the harvest yet. Every action you take has eternal value. Nothing you do out of love for God is ever wasted. This channel exists because you, too, are part of the purpose. You're not here out of habit. You are part of a generation that refuses to give up. Proclaiming God is not just an option, it's an urgency. And you have chosen to be that voice that speaks when others remain silent. That's why today, I invite you to leave your mark. Write in the comments, "God is with me." But write it believing it, not just repeating empty words, but as a cry from your soul, a declaration of spiritual war, a banner that waves even in the middle of the storm. This message didn't reach you by chance. God interrupted your day because He wants to speak directly to your heart. He's seen your falls, your invisible efforts, those tears you hid so others wouldn't worry. He was there when you felt misunderstood, when the world seemed to move forward and you felt stuck. Even if you sometimes feel like you're walking alone, God has never left. He's counted every tear, seen every long night, and every heavy burden. And even if no one else notices, heaven has recorded it all. God has been working, even if you can't see it yet. Like an artist painting from the background of the canvas when the final image isn't clear, He is creating something glorious with your life. He is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, revealing your purpose. Every struggle isn't a punishment, it's preparation. Every trial is part of a plan far greater than what your eyes can see, like fire that refines gold. That's your process. And even though it hurts, that pain will be transformed into strength, into wisdom, into spiritual depth. Maybe today you don't understand the why, but one day you'll look back and thank God for every step, because every moment was necessary for what's coming. God doesn't improvise. He knows every detail. And even if His timing doesn't align with ours, He is never late. Maybe today you feel exhausted. Maybe you've thought about giving up. But listen to me. You weren't born to live in defeat. There is power within you. Power that comes from the one who created you. And that power will be enough to lift you up again. God doesn't expect you to always be strong. He just wants you to come close, to open your heart, to let Him into those places you've closed off out of fear. When you let go of control, He takes over. When you surrender, the miracle begins. When you trust, doors open. The storm you're facing has an end. It's not eternal. It's just a page, not the final chapter of your story. And when it passes, because it will pass, you'll realize you didn't come out the same. You'll come out renewed, with stronger faith, with deeper maturity, with a peace that cannot be shaken. A peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, that doesn't shift with the world's chaos. A peace that anchors your soul when everything else trembles. God hasn't lost control. He is still sovereign over your life, over every detail, over every process. Even when you don't understand, He is still present. Even when everything feels stuck, He is still writing your story. There are promises with your name written in heaven, and no one can take them from you. Not because you're perfect, but because He chose to love you just as you are, in your weakness, in your confusion, in your fragility. He hasn't given up on you. He doesn't walk away when you drift off. He waits, waiting for you to look back at Him, waiting for you to release what you can't carry anymore. And if today you see no change, if everything seems the same, remember, sometimes the seed first grows roots. It's underground, where no one sees, that God does His deepest work. Don't rush. Don't compare. God doesn't operate on human clocks. His timing is perfect. He never fails. What He started in you, He will finish. You are not lost. You are in His hands. And if you've reached your limit, if you feel like you can't go on, listen to this promise. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. God isn't looking for flawless faces. He's looking for sincere hearts. He's not moved by appearances. He's moved by genuine surrender. It doesn't matter if you fell, if you strayed, if you failed. He still calls you by name and reminds you, "You are my beloved child." Don't let your mistakes define you. You are not what you did. You are who God says you are. And He says you are His. You are part of an eternal purpose. Now I ask you to do something simple, yet powerful. Close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath and declare with faith, God is here. God is holding me. God is guiding me. God loves me, and He will not leave me. Don't say it like a ritual. Say it like someone who truly believes it, like someone who shakes heaven with every word. Because when you speak with faith, heaven opens and miracles begin to unfold. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. It might be the very thing God uses to reignite someone else's faith. And if you feel led, support us. Every seed you plant here is another spark of light we ignite in a world that desperately needs hope. This channel isn't about numbers. It's about souls. It's about faith. It's about bringing hope. Together, we are instruments of God. And even if you can't see everything clearly yet, even if the process hurts, even if the path feels uncertain, know this, the best of God is still to come. And what He has prepared for you will exceed all your expectations.